government should not force people to do something that violates their religions. The First Amendment says the government shall not establish religion or interfere with the exercise thereof. And so you have a situation where one of Governor Martinez's hairdressers is gay and refuses to cut her hair anymore. So I think that's as a free country, I think he or she, whatever he is, has the right to do that.
So do you agree then with the Arizona law that would allow businesses to refuse service to people on the basis of their religious beliefs?
Well, that's a complete fraud, because that isn't what it does. I think that was distorted by the media to make it people believe that was it, and of course no one feels that is what it should do. But there's a difference between someone comes up to a hamburger stand and says, "I'd like to have a hamburger," and says, "Well, I'm not going to serve you because you're a Christian." I don't think that's what we're talking about. I think what the Arizona law attempted to do, but it's just too clumsy in how it's constructed. It just want to protect people from who's a doctor, or let's say a pharmacist, whose strong religious beliefs are that he should not be forced by the government to do something he doesn't think is right. And so the libertarian perspective that you profess is right, exactly a tie-in, and I'm glad we're on the same wavelength on that.
Well, I guess from my reading and my study on the subject, it was put forth that, you know, if a baker on the basis of his religious beliefs didn't want to make a wedding cake for a gay couple, that the baker could refuse service to the gay couple on the basis of those beliefs. Is that something that you agree with?
Well, I think there's a vast, here you see again a matter of degree. What I agree with, let's keep it just simple rather than going all nuanced. Then you ask me, should someone who's repairing shoes? Of course not.
But where do you draw the line?
Yeah, I think that's the point that you're very smart in raising up, is should there be a line drawn? And what the media did, they distorted it to say there was no line. That bill, I didn't read the bill, I don't know the people that put it together, but I'm very sure, without knowing the facts, because this isn't something I spent a lot of time studying. I'm on the healthcare thing. How do we make people's healthcare more affordable, more available, and help President Obama restore his legacy of how do we create a reasonable healthcare plan that really works? And so the fact that the law was vetoed, I think, was very appropriate, because people, the way it was written, read into that you could deny somebody because of religious beliefs. Well, if the guy who's Susana Martinez's hairdresser doesn't want to cut her hair, I think that's a little bit different than performing in a marriage ceremony. I would think that if we're going to respect one another's point of view and really believe in religious liberty, that people ought to have the right to have their religious convictions. But it's a big difference between serving somebody a hamburger or cutting someone's hair versus performing in a ceremony that is alien to your belief system. And I think that's what the law tried to protect. There's a vast difference between being forced by the government to participate in a religious activity which is against your religious beliefs versus cutting someone's hair or providing them a hamburger. So I think I'm answering your question is that the law was poorly written, and it wasn't intended, I don't believe, to say, well, I don't like the fact you're a Christian, so I'm not going to serve you a hamburger.
Well, I mean, in the case of that, is I don't like the fact that you are gay, so I'm not going to serve you a wedding cake. Not based towards Christians.
Okay. So what is the difference? There's a difference between you're not serving them a hamburger at a hamburger stand. What you're doing is you're participating in a religious ceremony as part of the ceremony. So I think that to put a statue of two men on top of a cake might be offensive to somebody when his religious beliefs are so. Now, I happen to be, my brother-in-law is gay, and I love the guy, I love his partner. We have many friends in the art community that we love and respect, and many of the people that do my wife's hair and our interior decorators.
Undercurrent under the surface makes the mainstream get so nervous. It's time for purpose, for news to serve us, not with propaganda.